I am so excited about today's program. And today we are having our special guest, Mr. Oluwapelumi Akinola, who will be speaking to us on the topic building the resume, building a powerful executive brand, and a career strategy. I am going to start with Mr. Pelumi's brief biography. Oluwapelumi Akinola is a licensed, certified, and award-winning human resource professional renowned for driving organizational effectiveness and efficiency through strategic talent management, employee engagement, and compliance excellence. With a solid blend of professional expertise, leadership acumen, and passion for people development, he continues to make an impactful contribution to the HR landscape in Nigeria. He holds a first-class honors degree in public administration from Nasarawa State University and an MSc in industrial relations and personnel management from the University of Lagos. Additionally, he earned a postgraduate diploma in theology from the Redeemed Christian Bible College, that is RCBC, reflecting his commitment to both intellectual and spiritual growth. Oluwapelumi is an associate of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, CIPM, Nigeria's foremost HR regulatory body, where he currently serves as chairman of Lekki Aja Badore chapter under the Lagos State branch. In this capacity, he leads a vibrant community of 190 HR professionals and leaders, championing impactful initiatives that promote personal excellence and community development. He is also an associate of the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management, CIHRM, and a certified trainer with the Nigerian Institute of Training and Development, NITDA. His professional credentials further includes certified management consultant and fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants, FIMC. A highly networked professional, he is an active member of several HR communities, including HR Talent Hub, NG, HR Foundry, and Associates of Elite Human Resource Professionals, HR Global Partners, and many more. Oluwapelumi's professional journey spans multiple industries: public sector, technology management, HR consulting, and financial services, where he has consistently delivered strategic impact through innovation, people-centered leadership, and operational excellence. As a personal and professional development specialist, he is deeply passionate about helping individuals discover, develop, and deploy their potentials. His mission is to guide others through self-discovery, growth, and transformation, enabling them to achieve lasting success and fulfillment in life. Beyond the corporate world, Oluwapelumi serves as an associate pastor at RCCG, Living Seed Church, LCS, Aja, where he continues to inspire life through faith and leadership. In his leisure time, he enjoys spending quality moments with friends, family, and playing games and watching Netflix. Mr. Belumi, we are eager to hear your insights on Beyond the Resume, building a powerful executive brand and career strategy. Please, you can take the floor, sir.
All right. Good afternoon. Please, can you confirm you can hear me? I would like your feedback. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. That bio looks more than my bio, but it's actually updated. Quite a lot of other things, but I thought not to update it for now. Let's leave it the way it is. And I must begin by saying a big thank you. Thank you to the leadership and management of our great and prestigious business school. And a very big thank you to Professor Humphrey. Thank you for this opportunity once again. All right, so it's going to be a very interactive session, very engaging, right? Very engaging. I don't want you to be a passive attendee. I don't want you to just log into Zoom and just do other things. No, You are here for an exciting learning experience. All right. So just before we go right into it, I would like everybody to just drop in the chat describing your day with a word, just a single word. All right. If you are having a very hectic day, just use word to describe it. If you're having fun, maybe you're on leave, right? Describe your day with just a single word in the chat box. Let's make it happen quickly. Everybody, how is your day going? I know we are used to that phrase, right? Oh, thank you very much. Exciting from John. Promise. Madinka, okay, I see your response. Oyebimpe is saying hectic. I can relate. Trust me. Daniel is optimistic. MM is tiring. Okay, one more person. Any other person? Any other person? Fantastic. Discovering. Too busy. I'm joking. Oh, please get some rest. Don't choke. Okay, don't choke. All right, we'll go right into it. Toby, are you the one sharing my screen?
That should be Chiamaka.
I can see from my end. Just a minute. All right, please help me share.
I'm sharing already. Can you see the screen?
Oh. Just a minute. I think I can see it now. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Please start it from the beginning, the first slide. The first slide. The very first slide. The very first slide. Aha. Okay, so like it has been introduced already, our session today will focus on beyond the resume, building a powerful executive brand and career strategy. In other words, beyond your resume, beyond your CV, okay? What is your strategy to winning in career? All right. And you must know how to build a powerful executive brand, both physically and also virtually, both on site and also online. And also, how does this translate into your career at the end of the day? So let me begin by saying this, that your resume tells your story, okay? But your brand makes people to believe it. And in today's labor market, visibility plus perception often equals to opportunity, right? And that's why no matter what you're gifted in, no matter your gifting, no matter your potentials, no matter your competencies, your capabilities, if it's not seen, if it's not heard, if it's not before people, there will be no appreciation for that gifting, for that opportunity. And at the end of the day, trust me, one can lose certain opportunities. All right. So, like I said, in today's labor market, visibility plus perception, all right, often equals to opportunity. Next slide. Now, let's look at the reality of today's job market. A few things to consider, right? A few things to consider. And I can tell you for a fact that both from experience, both from my engagement with various communities, both as a leader in CIPM, I can tell you that some of these things are the trends, okay? And you don't want to miss out on this, right? Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the hidden roles, right? There are certain hidden roles. There are some senior positions that are filled, all right, even before they are ever advertised, all right? And that speaks to one thing, that your network is your access point. For instance, there are some head of HR positions that are not even they are not advertised. You don't see them on Indeed, you don't see them on X, you don't see them on LinkedIn. How are they done? Sometimes we just get a call, right? Hello, Chairman for CIPM Lekki chapter. Please, can you refer certain people to us? We need senior HR executive, 10 years, 15 years, right? 20 years that have worked maybe in the financial service sector, in manufacturing, and things like that. And because of my relationship with some of these people that I have within my community, guess what? I just push it out to them, right? So some roles are actually even literally filled even before they ever advertise, and people start checking social media for those roles. Number two is reputation hiring. Decision makers hire on reputation and perceived value, not just qualifications on a page. Decision makers are now hiring on reputation. And remember the instance I just cited now? For someone to reach out to us in CIPM or to me as a chapter chairman saying, oh, we need, for instance, a head of HR, 10 years experience, 20 years experience, all right? They are banking on my integrity to refresh someone who has good reputation and also have the value, not just the qualifications now. So they will be considering that person as a candidate, not necessarily based on what is on his or her CV, but also what I tell them. So it goes a long way to say that your reputation matters. And guess what? Outside of this, the second side of this is that nowadays, from an HR perspective, we do a lot of background checks. We do a lot of employee verification. All right, we check social media. Some companies do credit background check to know if a candidate, has a credit facility, has a loan, and things like that. Right? Your reputation online and offline now goes a long way to affect how you thrive into this job market. Okay? Then LinkedIn first. Your LinkedIn profile is your first impression. It shapes perception before any conversation happens. And that is the truth. LinkedIn is your moving CV, your mobile resume. Okay? And it gives us an impression about you. The moment we look at your profile, we look at your pictures, we look at how structured your profile is, we look at some of the posts you make. All right? For instance, imagine you're a hiring manager, and you see a candidate who literally is dragging our employer online, saying our employer is this, our employer is that, blah, 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 blah. All right? Even if it's true, for instance, right? Would you be moved to want to, employ such a person? I doubt it. I doubt you'll be moved to want to employ such a person, right? Because of the impression you've gotten from their online presence. And lastly, always online presence. Executive presence now extends far beyond the boardroom. It lives online, in content, in conversations, in how you present yourself. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. So executive presence is beyond, just your boardroom experience, your boardroom presence. No. It goes a long way that you have a rock solid reputation offline and online, because even online, you can make contributions to articles, to trends, to posts, to conversations that will shape people's idea, that will move people in the right direction, that will position you as a leader, all right, in your sphere of influence. So it's very, very important that we know that executive presence has moved way beyond the boardroom. Okay? Now, next slide. Next slide. Now, we want to look at resume versus executive brand. Resume versus executive brand. Of course, many of us know resume. Many times we use resume and CV interchangeably, but they are not entirely the same. Okay, they are not entirely the same. So I don't want us to, use them as the same. So when we say resume, it's of course majorly for professional job outside of those in academia, right? Those in education, lecturers, professors, and doctors, and the likes, right? But when we say resume, your typical 9 to 5 industry experience, right? Now, for resume, your resume is a static document, very static. As we all are on the call now, I can't say I have, let me look for a random name. Okay, I can see, what do I use? I can see Adebola Adebiji. Please pardon me if I'm not pronouncing it right. But I can say I have his CV. I can say that I know him. But guess what? Because I know his name, all it takes is for me to pick that name, type it on the Google, check him on LinkedIn, check him on Facebook. I would likely see him there. All right. So static documents, that is what your resume is all about. It lists your achievements and it's only seen when requested. So the only way I will get to see Adebola's resume now is for me to say, hi, Adebola, there's an opportunity. Would you like to consider it? Kindly send me your resume. That's when it will be sent to me and I will have access to it. But outside of that, there is no other way. But guess what? Your LinkedIn, your social media presence, your social media footprint can still should be able to give me insight into your resume. And sincerely speaking, that's the way my LinkedIn is structured, right? There's literally anything you will see on my CV that is not on my LinkedIn profile. And guess what? LinkedIn is so structured in a way that you can even download your LinkedIn profile as a PDF that will be organized or arranged as your resume. Very, very, very true. Okay. Now, another thing about your resume is that it focuses on the past. All right, things you've done in the past. Except you update your resume, we won't know. For instance, if you've done induction yesterday, last night, we wouldn't know. So it literally focuses on the past. But please take it back. Thank you. But your executive brand, right, is dynamic and evolving. It demonstrates real world impact. Because on LinkedIn, for instance, I'm going to be centering on LinkedIn especially. On LinkedIn, you can talk about certain government policies, give your inputs, talk about how things can be better understood, break down certain processes, break it down in a way people can understand. I mean, from Q4 last year to early January this year, one major thing that was trending in the corporate world was the NTA, the New Tax Act of 2025. All right. If you're a tax consultant or an accountant who understands that, you put out posts, step-by-step posts to help your fellow accountants, to help those who are payroll specialists, to help HR understand it better, and things like that. So it demonstrates real-world impacts. And guess what? It is seen everywhere and it is always on. So whether you connect with people from the Netherlands, whether you connect with someone from Scotland, from Kenya, East Africa, you can always have access to them and they can have access to you. They can check you up, they can link you up, they can connect with you. And guess what? Opportunities can come from even such conversations, right? And the last thing about your executive brand is that it positions you for the future. It positions you for the future. If you're someone with a global mindset, right, you've got to have an executive brand and you've got to be online, right? Because you can't be thinking global and just be thinking about paper, CV, resume. No, you must be on a platform that gives you leverage to see the world and for the world to see you. Okay. Next slide. So we say your resume gets you considered. Please go back a bit. We say your resume gets you considered, or your brand gets you chosen. Amazing. Your resume gets you considered. You can apply for the job. 3 people can apply for the job. They can even be equally good. But, I want something that makes one person to stand out. All right. And you go online and you see, oh, this person does this person contributes to, their profession, their industry, they make posts, they speak well about their employers, they speak well about the nation and things like that. You stand more ground, to be honest. You stand more ground. All right, next slide. So, talking about your executive brand. What is this executive brand we are talking about? Your executive brand is simply your reputation on a skill. It is the intersection of your expertise, visibility, credibility, and influence. Can we just put that in the chat box quickly? Can we put that in the chat box if you're with us, if you're together? We say your executive brand is the intersection of your expertise, your visibility, credibility, and influence. Please put that in the chat. Let's see those who are active. Let's see those who are active. Let's see those who are active. It is an intersection. Anybody? Anybody? We're still waiting for someone to drop that. It is what? An intersection of your expertise, visibility, and credibility and influence. In other words, it combines all of these variables, all of these concepts together. So we can't talk about the executive brand if you only have expertise, competencies, technical know-how without visibility. We can't talk about you having executive brand by just having visibility, but you're not credible, or you don't have the influence. So it's a mixture of the 3. Thank you very much, Esther Idiabana. Thank you. Well captured. So let's look at this in a bit more detailed way. Now, when we talk about executive brand, see, as much as yes, you ought to do your job fantastically well within the organization you work, right? You must also find time to add value to your industry, to your community, to the society at large, right? So we are saying that your executive brand transits even beyond, the walls of your home, the walls of your house, the walls of your 9 to 5. That's what we are saying basically. Okay, so we are talking about your value, what you uniquely deliver, your visibility as well, being seen by the right people, the people who matters. Also, your consistency, same message, every platform. Not that you're using your X, otherwise known as Twitter, to insult the government, drag banks, drag institutions, and you're using your LinkedIn, to do something else. And no. Same message, every platform, right? You're good on LinkedIn. If we should check you out on Twitter, you are good. If we should check you out on TikTok, you are good. Okay? That's it. Value, visibility, and consistency, very, very key elements of executive brand. Next slide. Next slide. So the core pillars of an executive brand: look at clarity, right? Define what you want to be known for. Don't just position yourself in a vague way, because vague positioning creates missed opportunities, right? Today you are the one talking about, yes, there's nothing bad about being versatile, right? Knowledgeable in different things, different fields, but have a clear-cut direction, okay? Have a clear-cut, let there be clarity. Oh, this person is an HR professional. Oh, this person is a structural engineer. Oh, this individual is an investment banker. All right, we talk about investments, you talk about how to invest, we talk about, talk about risk management and all of those things, right? Then your credibility, back your claims with measurable achievements, certifications, and thought leadership. We need to see some level of credibility to it. And one of the negative things of our current world is that people who are not credible, who are not grounded, because they have ring lights, they have phones with good cameras, they just think they have executive brand. And they think they can just wake up and say anything, drag the government, say nasty things about, the government and all of that, or their employer even, right? You must be credible, right? Back it up. Back it up with certifications, with thought leadership, with measurable achievement, consistency. Your message must be the same across all platforms. All right, LinkedIn, speaking engagements, in-person interactions. You are who you are. You are what you say you are, online and offline. Lastly, visibility. Be seen by the right audience consistently, strategically, and with purpose. That's visibility by the right audience. By the right audience. Very, very important. That's what will amplify your executive brand and your executive presence. The right audience. All right? The right audience. Next slide. Next slide. Defining your brand position. So you want to sit down and ask yourself these questions. Sit down and ask yourself these questions. What problems do I solve at a very high level? What industries or functions do I dominate? Right? Are you a data scientist? Are you what else? An investment banker? Are you a tax consultant? What industry do you play? All right. If you're an accountant, okay, are you more of an auditor? Are you more of a cost accountant, a tax person? What differentiates me from my peers? What's my unique selling points as a professional? Right? As a professional. For example, as an HR leader, strategic HR business partner, driving performance in high growth organizations. I mean, imagine crafting this on your LinkedIn profile. It sounds much better. We know what you do. We know how you do it. We know your audience. We know what you do. You're an HR professional. Okay? We know your interest. Then how do you go about this? Step one is self-audit. Access your skills, your achievements, and your differentiators, your unique value. Number two is to articulate them. Create or craft a clear, compelling, and positioning statement. Very, very important. Sit down to craft it. Design it. Design it. I mean, my profile that was read by our moderator, I mean, it took me a long time to really put the words together, craft everything. And when you hear it, you love it. You love what you hear, right? That's my brand. Okay. Number three is for you to amplify, share consistently across platforms and conversations, right? Very, very important. Share consistently. Tell your story, all right? Impact your world. But remember, your audience is very, very key. Oh, I can see I can see Prof's comment. He said the right audience, very important to identify this audience for your brand. Can you throw more light on how to identify your right audience? Fantastic, fantastic. How to identify your right audience. Yes. So your executive presence, very, very important. Now, how do you identify your audience? For instance, you are a job seeker, right? You are looking for job. You're looking for opportunities. Who are the right audience to you? Let's assume you list you see, you love banking sector, you want to work with the biggest banks in Nigeria, Fugas, right? First Bank, UBA, GTB, Access, Zenith. You want to work with one of these five. Who are your audience? Let's assume you are an IT professional, assume, or a data analyst, right? Into data analysis and data analysis, data science. Who are your right audience? Your right audience will be to target people from these five banks, particularly the HR team. Why? Because the moment they make openings available online, on LinkedIn, on different platforms, because you're connected with them, you will have access to those posts compared to someone who is not connected to them. Number two, there's something we call Boolean search on LinkedIn for recruitment as well, right? If I'm to search, maybe I need a marketer, I just type marketer using a Boolean search. I will see those who have marketing or marketer on their profile, on their page, who are connected to me directly first before seeing others who are not connected to me. So my right audience as a job seeker is the HR team, particularly from the industry or the companies I am interested in working with. Then again, outside the HR team, we also want to connect with the IT guys in that same organization, those same organizations. Look at their profile. What do they have? What certifications, what trainings have they attended? You know, the kind of things they attend, right? Also connect with the executive team from those organizations. Funny, you may one maybe the MD or the head of HR maybe a speaker or a panelist for an event, and you also attended that same event. You can just find an opportunity to walk up to the person and say, "Hi, hello, I'm this. I connected with you on LinkedIn. Oh, I'm always impressed about your posts, how you share your thoughts, your insights on this and that and that." Before you know it, something has been initiated, right? Or if you are a senior person in your profession already, let's say you have about 15, 20 years experience, all right? And you are targeting your right audience. Who are your right audience? Of course, from an HR perspective, those who are already full members and fellows, particularly fellows of CIPM, which is the apex body, HR body in Nigeria, right? Those who are fellows in CIPD, right? You are connecting with people who are members of IOD, Institute of Directors, top guys, top executives. Your targets are clear because those are the kind of people you want to relate with. Those are the kind of people you want to have conversations with. Those are the kind of people you want to have things to do with, right? So you must always set it based on where you are per time and what you are aiming for. Very, very important. So we say audit yourself, articulate it, and amplify it in the message. Next slide. Next slide. So we've talked about defining your brand. Yes, next slide, please, quickly. Now, building credibility and visibility. It is very, very key that, okay, someone is saying volume. I think is it much better now? Toby Loba, please, can you confirm it's much better?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Can you hear me? Is it much
Yeah,
better?
loud and clear. Loud and clear. Yes, I can.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right. So talking about building credibility and visibility, there is something important about having this balance, especially for executive brand and executive presence. Don't just have visibility without credibility, and don't have credibility without being visible. Having one without the other will be to your disadvantage, trust me. All right. So, how do you build credibility? Publish thought leadership articles and posts. If you have something within you, share it out. Let us see. Let us engage with what is within you. Speak at industry events, conferences, and panels when you get invites. Don't say, oh, I'm a shy person. I don't like to talk much. Yeah, you start from somewhere. Okay, showcase measurable achievements. I mean, I saw a post of a young doctor in the US with a groundbreaking feat, who just did his PhD, I think at the age of 20 something, right? And the post had more than 1,000 engagements, likes, and shares. And I'm like, oh, as a Nigerian, I'm really proud of him. Okay, showcase measurable achievements, share case studies and success stories. Now, talking about credibility and executive brand. See, one thing I should also add of this is that LinkedIn is also full of fake lives. So don't let anybody to pressure you. Okay, you don't want anybody pressuring you. We've seen people. In fact, we've seen people announce resuming new jobs in certain companies, and even the HR of the company will be like, I don't understand. This role does not exist in our place. Why are you tweaking the whole title of the role? For goodness sake, just state it the way it is. Right? Don't let anybody pressure you. Very, very true. Some people amplify certain things beyond proportion. No, just be credible and tell your story. All right. So share case studies and success stories. Very, very important. And trust me, no matter the stage you are in life, you have your own success story. You have it. You have it. All right. Even last year, during my first tenure as the chairman for CIPM Lab chapter, among all the executives, I'm the youngest. I had a general secretary who had been working with Chevron for, I think this should be our 25th year. Yes, my current general secretary is a doctor, right? And able to still achieve our goals, able to lead the chapter, able to coordinate. It has nothing to do with age, right? Share your story. No matter what, you think, oh, you have your own story one way or the other, right? Share your story. Now, driving visibility as we begin to wrap up. Optimize your LinkedIn header and your summary, share insights, and share it more regularly, preferably on a weekly basis. You don't want to do it every day so that you don't get worn out, right? Don't put unnecessary or huge target on yourself. No, share it as much as possible. All right. Not just, of course, not just when you are job hunting. Engage meaningfully in industry conversations, publish articles or white papers in your niche. All right. Post. You can open a Medium page, Medium accounts, make posts on Medium. You can use LinkedIn. You can use X. You can use YouTube. Tell your story. Influence your world. That's what we are saying, basically. All right. That is what we are talking about. Next slide. Next slide. Please begin to roll in your questions. I know many of us have questions. Begin to roll it in. Next slide. Yes. Next slide. Sobi. Okay. Thank you. Now, career growth versus career strategy. Understand something, right? Sometimes when we talk about career growth, we are talking about your response to your career from a reactive position. In other words, you're waiting for an opportunity, you're waiting for HR to tell you to take a course, to take a training, to go for a certification, right? And many times it's because for some people, it is promotion focused, right? Just to access the next promotion and just lay back. Don't do anything else after that. All right, that's an average career growth, right? And it's short-term thinking, but you have to look at career strategy from a different perspective, which is more intentional. Instead of waiting for opportunities, you create one. You create them. You create a leverage for yourself. Okay? Impact focused. That is what career strategy is all about. Impact focused. Problem solving. There's a lot of noise. And many times, trust me, when you meet with some of these candidates in real life, many of them don't even have what it takes. They can do the job. All they can do is talk, right? Be impact focused. And of course, long term. Define your 5 to 10 years goal, your career goal. Identify critical experiences, map skill gaps, and build strategic relationships that create access. Very, very important. Next slide. So you must define your career goal. And lastly, I think this should be the last slide. You want to focus on strategic networking. You've got to network. Right? You've got to network. Attend events. Go for training, go for conferences, go for webinars. Connect with people. You've got to be able to network, leverage on opportunities. Now, look at sponsors over mentors. You can have sponsors, career sponsors, right? Sponsors advocate, but mentors, they do more advising. So build relationships with people who will put your name in the room that matters. I mean, one of my colleagues, in CIPM was telling me that, one of his senior boss or senior person in his life, is going to pay for one of his certifications, which I just wrote, which was about 1.1 million naira. That has a sponsor, right? Somebody who's particular about you, interested in you, and say, hey, you must get this. Okay? Network before you need to. Don't wait until you are job hunting or you need a particular thing. No, build influence now. Build relationships now. Build relationships that create access when it matters. All right? Take high visibility roles. Volunteer for cross-functional projects. Lead initiatives that drive measurable business results. This is another way to position yourself. And the last slide, let's look at a sample of 90-day action plan. Next slide. Yes. So this is just a framework, okay? A 90-day action plan, you look at day 1 to 30. What are you doing? You're defining your brand positioning. You're optimizing your LinkedIn profile completely. Let me tell you something. Let me share this with us. I used to be based in Abuja. Then 2021, towards the end in Q4, right? The head of HR of the company just reached out to me. In fact, she reached out to me in July, but I was offline as at that time. Then when I came back online, I saw the message in August. Cut long story short, so there's an opening in Lagos, blah, blah, blah. It came with official accommodation. It was good. And I said, okay, I think this is time to leave Abuja and come to Lagos. All she did was just looked at my LinkedIn profile, right? And of course, you can look at it yourself too. You will love it. Trust me, you will love it. So we are saying that opportunities are out there. you've got to position yourself. Position yourself, right? So define your brand, position it properly. Day 31 to 60, publish thought leadership weekly. Engage with industry leaders. Engage in conversations, right? Then day 61 to 90, look for available opportunities to speak, to engage, to mentor, to publish articles, to lead a project, right? Anything to strengthen your strategic network. Anything to strengthen it. For instance, we have our CIPM conference coming up sometimes in September in Abuja, Tinubu International Conference Center. Same thing, same place we used last year, right? And some people complain. I think this year registration for members is about 300,000. I mean, plus flights, plus accommodation, you should be spending roughly 700 to 800,000 naira, depending, or maybe just roughly a million naira. And it's too much. Please, that fine. It may look much, it's much, but look at it from the brighter side. Even if you have that 700,000, would you meet all of those people separately in a single day? Would you have that access to people, to opportunities, to conversations, to ideas, right? So networking is very, very, very key. Many times we look at things from the cost perspective, which should not be neglected, but also look at it from the value perspective. Look at it from the value perspective. Recently, I did my SPH, which cost close to $1 million. Even with that, even with the scholarship discount, right? Without that, I should spend minimum of 1.1, right? You know what you're aiming for. So you've got to invest in your executive brand. You've got to invest in your executive presence, both offline, all right, and online. Very, very key. And you must have a plan towards that. You must have a strategic plan to accommodate that. So opportunities don't just happen to visible leaders. They happen because of them. They happen because of them. So now we'll just take questions. I can't see your screen again. I don't know if it's still below, but I'm sharing. So is it from your end?
I can see it is up. It's Chiamaka that is sharing, sir.
Oh, okay. That's fine. All right. I don't know why it stopped from my end. All right, we'll just take questions. Let's take questions. I'm sure there are lots of questions in people's hearts. And
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. So if you have questions, I want us to we can raise our hands or use the chat box. Then I would call, but there are some questions already in the chat box, and I'll just read them out for you, sir. Do you want me to take everything together, or I just take them? You answer them per questions, or you want me to read all the questions?
You can take them one by one. Anyone that has not been answered.
Okay, sir. So the first one is by Titus. He says, how do we craft a clear, compelling positioning statement? Could you please throw more light?
Okay, that's the question. How do we craft a clear, compelling positioning statement? Please throw more light. Okay, so what do you do first? Who are you? All right, in terms of your career, not saying your name, right? Are you an IT professional? Are you a business development professional? Are you a data scientist? Look at what you do. Look at what you have at the moment and the kind of problems you want to solve. Because the problems you're capable of solving speaks to your value, the value you bring to the table. All right. So all of this helps you to craft a compelling statement. And of course, you can check out my LinkedIn, right? Check out my LinkedIn profile, you will see one there. You will definitely see one there. So that can also be more of a guide, but it should be tailored to what you do, where you are, I mean, not geographically speaking, what you do, where you are, and the problems you can solve ultimately. The problems you can solve. People want to see you that you have value to bring to the table. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. We also have another question from Emmanuel in the chat box. It says, what is the major critical factor that's over around brand positioning? What is the major critical factor that hovers around brand? And there's another one that just also links to brand positioning. So let me just take the two together so you can answer that together. There's also, what does it mean? What do you mean by brand positioning? So what do you mean by brand positioning, and what is the major critical factor that hovers around brand positioning?
Okay. So when we talk about brand positioning, we're not talking about corporate brands here, at least not for now. We are talking about personal brand. Do I have anything here that I could have used for an example? Okay, so let's assume, what can I use? Let me look for something more popular. Okay, let's assume you see the logo of a Mercedes-Benz. If I'm to display it here now on my screen, right? And I ask you, what brand is this? Of course, those of us who know will say, oh, this is a Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes.
That is a corporate brand. We are talking about Mercedes-Benz. We are seeing the logo, we are seeing the picture, but we don't have anybody working for Mercedes-Benz. We don't have the CEO, we don't have the management team here. We are talking about them in this room, of course, digital. So your personal brand is what people say or what speaks about you when you are not in the room. That's what we are saying. And for Emmanuel, who is asking, what is the major factor that hover around brand positioning? It's all about authenticity. I think that's the most critical factor. Because sometimes when we talk about these things, people now take it overboard, right? Use AI to amplify their profile, and it adds things that are not. And in real life, those guys cannot deliver on the things that are in their system, in their profile, in their resume. They can't defend it. They don't have those things. So for me, it's all about authenticity. You see me in real life, you see me online, you know, I know this face. I've seen Pelumi before, right? Same person online, same person offline. So I think that's the major thing for me. So I think I've answered the question. Brand positioning.
Yes, sir.
Brand positioning now, it's all about now you dictating the tone. Remember I said personal brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. It's now you dictating the tone about what people say. It's also about you influencing the kind of people, your target audience, right? So brand positioning, I mean, there are some professionals online that maybe they are business developers, and they speak about their job. Maybe they just got a promotion, maybe they just got a salesman award of the year. If as an HR, I want to poach such a person, or I see such a person, I need to fill a similar role, I would want to poach such an individual. Why? He has positioned his personal brand in a way that has gotten my interest. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next question.
Okay, so I had a hand up. Dorothy
Okay.
Sunday. I saw your hand up. Do you still has your question been answered, or you still want to talk? Dorothy.
Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Hi, good
All right.
afternoon.
So, my name is Dorothy. I have a simple question. You said we should use opportunities that we have to attend programs, host one if you have the opportunity to do so. Let's say you're given an opportunity to host a program or to coordinate. Let me use the word coordinate a program, and you're not necessarily the sole coordinator of that program. Let's say you have other people underneath you who are also delegated to do the same thing, and the program comes to an end and it was successful. Can you still write such program on your LinkedIn profile saying, okay, yes, you coordinated such program and it was successful, you did this and you did that, when you were not the sole, just the only coordinator for such program?
Okay, thank you for your question. So it's all about now we say for your program. So we liken this to projects, and in every project we have different stakeholders. We have the project owner, we have the what will I call it now? Everybody have different roles, right? So based on your role, maybe you're responsible for planning, or you were just responsible for managing registration, the database, sending links to people, sending registration forms, helping people sign in when they arrive at the venue, right? And you also attended the same conference, you took pictures with some of the speakers, with some of your fellow volunteers. Why not? You can definitely post on LinkedIn, all right? Speak to it that, oh, this program was amazing, right? I enjoyed it. I loved the speaker. These were my key takeaways. That's it. In fact, even for sessions like this, sometimes I get people take screenshots from this, post on LinkedIn, even tag me and say, oh, thank you so much, Mr. Pelumi. This was great, this was insightful, and all of that. And it's a feedback. And I love it, and I comment and I engage, right? So depending on your role, the most important thing is just be original. Be authentic, don't amplify it beyond proportion. Just state what you did, and I think it's good to go. Any other question?
All right. Thank you very much. So I have a question. As the moderator, I think I have the liberty also to ask my question. So, how should professionals handle setbacks or period where their career seems stagnant? You've done everything, but you seem to be stuck at a particular position as a professional. What do you advise that we do, sir?
Continue to move, make a move, all right? Stagnancy is relative, all right? Stagnancy is relative, depending on your years of experience, depending on what you have. Now, for the question you just asked, is it for someone who doesn't even have experience or for an experienced person? Let me get the perspective. Well,
let's say for a person in, let's say sales, for instance, a person in 3 to 5 years experience.
Okay, definitely. You can still share your insights. You can share your experience. All right. And when you make such posts, all right, towards the closing line, you can say, hey, all right, I'm available for opportunities in sales, marketing related positions. It's also so. But begin by first sharing tips. That's the most important thing. Share tips, insights, both to the general public, because as a salesperson, anybody can be your customer. Anybody can be your customer. So begin by engaging first general public, monitor the engagements, 10 likes, 5 comments today. Tomorrow, 20 likes, 15 comments. Next week, 100 likes. Then you see that okay, what you are saying is meaningful. You begin to now chip in other things. Oh, you're open for more engagements, for sales roles, for this roles, but you can definitely talk about things. You can talk about sales and how it affects HR. You can talk about sales and how it affects IT. You can also diversify your conversations. Do you get it?
Yeah. Thank you very much. So, do we have any other questions from the audience? Do we have any other questions? I'm just gonna give like 30 seconds to know if there is anyone typing or anyone is raising their hand somewhere.
I don't think there's any other question.
Okay, so I believe that's the end of the question. So I just want to use this medium to say thank you very much, sir, for the powerful and in really, really insightful presentation. I learned a lot today and I was taking notes. And so I really, really hope that everyone here can apply these practical learnings that we have learned today in our lives, and I'm pretty sure that we'll see great results. I would like to hand over this session to Mr. Matthias to kindly speak on the DBS programs, DGBS programs. Mr. Matthias, the floor is yours, sir.
Okay. Toby, sorry, good afternoon. I think Mr. Matthias had something else to attend to, so Daniel will be representing him. Daniel Bishkeni be representing him.
Okay. So Mr. Daniel can take over now, right? Mr. Daniel.
All right. Top of the afternoon to you, Mr. Toby Loba, and to the presenter of today. It's been a very insightful one. I've learned a lot, even from the questions that were asked by some of our participants. Thank you for that wonderful presentation. So this is a moment to, of course, reiterate that this kind of sessions are very useful as they open you up to learning more about happenings around you and how you can better position yourself to be more attractive to, say, prospective investors, employers, as the case may be. And I believe everyone here has the intentions to scale up in one way or the other. And that is the essence of sessions like this, to give you that exposure that you normally wouldn't get, and not even for free, obviously. So speaking on behalf of Mr. Matthias from the admissions department of Docenti Global Business School, I would like to once again appreciate participants who are already students of the institution, and implore to those who have been weighing options or looking forward to when they will join, that there is no better time than now to make the decision. If you want to, attain a height or get to an extent, something has to be done. For instance, you have to have a certain qualification to be employable for certain positions and all that. So let's take it that your next step in life depends on how well equipped you are for that next step. And that is where Docenti comes in, because as a business school, our goal is to develop global business leaders in a way that they are able to withstand the diversities of challenges that we now have in our world. And we are positioned to help, professionals like you, especially the intended ones, make a difference in our world today. We are eagerly waiting for you, and we look forward to celebrating moments with you, moments of achievements, of great heights. So you can just do us an email at admissions@docentibusinessschool.com, admissions, ADMISSION, at docentibusinessschool.com. We'll be more than excited to reach out to you in response. And you can also visit our website, docentibusinessschool.com. You can chat us live or leave a message, as the case may be, and we'll be more than excited to reach out to you. So please, it's time to make that move. It's time to make that move right now. We also have the discount early bird scholarship that is currently ongoing, which is quite limited. And there is no denying that it has been helpful to a lot of persons who are already students, as they will be able to attest to this. We also want to take advantage of that. It's just a way of Docenti saying, we understand the economic situation of the country, and we are willing to still have you as part of the community. And that's all that is to it. We just want to have that one big family and to celebrate success together. Without much ado, this is all from the admissions department. We look forward to hearing from you. You can dial us through the numbers on our websites. And once again, Mr. Toby Loba, thank you for the opportunity. And to the presenter, Mr. Pelumi Akinola, Thank you so much. You've been very, very great today. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this session. We're gonna, proceed by bringing up to the stage Mrs. Chiamaka Azuruchi for the closing remark. It's your time in the spotlight, ma.
All right. Good afternoon once again, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much, Tobiloba, for your wonderful moderation. Thank you so much, Mr. Pelumi, for creating this time to speak to our students. And I believe that our students learned a lot around branding, self-branding. And of course, it's very, very important. Mr. Pelumi have really emphasized the importance of having an active LinkedIn. Like, you need to be on LinkedIn. Is a very, very important space for you as a career professional. So having said that, I would like to announce that we have sent out the attendance in the group chats. Please do well to fill the attendance to get the recording and the slides of this session. And of course, to our new students, the career service is there to help you. I know some of us here, they are new and they don't really have access to LinkedIn, or they don't know how to update their LinkedIn profile. So you can actually register with the career service department. The link has been sent across to your group chats. So you can book a session with your career advisor, and would actually assist you in branding your LinkedIn and of course your CV as well. Having said that, also, I would like us to go to our LinkedIn and connect with the speaker for today, Mr. Pelumi. He's on LinkedIn as Oluwapelumi Akinola. And of course, our moderator as well is also on LinkedIn as Tobiloba Adeyemo. So please, let's do well to connect with them. And of course, let's also do well to connect with ourselves. And also, please, it's very, very important. Someone said, I didn't see the link. The link is here. You see attendance survey. So try to fill it with your correct email. Then it's also important that we try to also follow each other on LinkedIn. Try to make your page active. Even if you are not posting, try to repost educational content or content that speaks to your brand or that speaks to what you are looking at attaining in future. So I would like to, on behalf of the executive principal, thank everybody that joined this session today. And of course, we'll be having another session on the 7th of May. So I would also like to encourage us to try to join, and of course, also try to pay attention when we join. Having said that, I'll be wishing us a successful weekday or a successful day. I think it's still about 3. For some of us, I'll be going back to our work. I wish us success in our work as we continue working today. And of course, let's do well to enjoy the rest of the day. And before we go, our career fair will be coming up in August, on the 29th of August. So let's be expectant. We'll be sharing the link for registration. So participation is free. You just need to register and of course participate. And also, if you are a HR specialist, if you are a HR manager, and you would like your organization to participate in this year's career fair, do well to reach out to me, or do well to reach out to any of us, Mr. Patrick, Mr. Matthias, Mr. Daniel, or even to the executive principal. And registration for companies is also free. Your organization is not paying. You just come to participate in the career fair. Also, registration for participation is also free. So let's prepare our hearts to that and let's look forward to having an amazing career fair. Enjoy the rest of your day. And okay, please, before we go, we need to take screenshots. So please, let's try as much as possible to open up our cameras. Let's see our beautiful and handsome faces so that the media team can take pictures. Yeah, I can see Father John Promise. Thank you so much for joining. I can see Mr. Olajide. These are our VIPs, VVIPs. They are always very active when they join our sessions. Thank you so much. I can also see Idris. Yes, it's good. Thank you so much. I can see Dr. Stephen Abba on the call. Thank you, Mr. Nauda. Please let's put on smiles on our faces so that when you see yourself on socials, you'll be proud that, oh, you actually smiled. I can see Mr. Joseph Agada. Thank you so much. I could also see Mrs. Basilia. Wow, it's nice to have you in this call. Thank you so much for joining. Isaiah, Chamaka, Elizabeth, thank you all for joining. We are all looking so cute. Please, the media team, are you done with taking the pictures? All right, thank you so much. We are done with taking the pictures. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
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 Please, let's view the attendance.